Chapter 9, Mishnah 3. The Mishnah states the rule where someone committed a murder, but we do not know who did it. If a murderer is mixed among other people and we cannot tell him apart from the others, all of them, including the murderer, are exempt from the death penalty, since we do not know which one he is. The previous law applies only to people. If a condemned ox, i.e. an ox that was sentenced to be stoned because, for example, it killed a person, is mixed among other oxen, all of them have to be stoned in order to fulfill the obligation of stoning a condemned ox. The next Tana disagrees with this law. Rabbi Yehuda says, we may bring all the oxen into a cell and leave them there to die. They do not have to be stoned. In the Mishnah's next case, people who are sentenced to one type of death penalty, stoning, burning, beheading, or strangling, become mixed with people who are sentenced to a different type of death penalty. In all cases where people sentenced to death become mixed with one another, and it is not known which person is supposed to receive which type of death penalty, they are all punished with the lightest of the penalties to which they are liable. The Mishnah cites a dispute about the application of the previous rule. If people liable to stoning become mixed with people liable to burning, Rabbi Shimon says that all of them are punished with stoning, because burning is harsher than stoning. But the sages say that all of them are punished with burning, because, according to the sages, stoning is the harsher penalty. The Mishnah has just taught that Rabbi Shimon considers burning harsher than stoning, while the sages hold the opposite. Each party now attempts to prove that his position is correct. Rabbi Shimon said to the sages, if burning were not harsher than stoning, it would not be applied to the daughter of a Kohen who committed adultery. Rather, she would be punished with stoning, like the daughter of a Yisrael who committed adultery. Since the Torah states that a Kohen's daughter is liable to burning, whereas a non-Kohen's daughter is liable to stoning, we see that burning is the harsher of these two penalties. The sages respond to Rabbi Shimon. They said to him, if stoning was not the harshest of all the death penalties, it would not be applied to one who curses Hashem or to one who worships idols, which are the most serious crimes. Since the Torah applies the penalty of stoning in these cases, we see that stoning is the harshest penalty. Another situation where people who are liable to different death penalties become mixed with one another. If people liable to beheading become mixed with people liable to strangling, Rabbi Shimon says that all of them are punished by the sword, i.e. beheading, because beheading is a lighter form of execution than strangling. But the sages say that all of them are punished with strangling, because according to the sages, strangling is the lighter penalty.